Atsho elogwitho ake mbukeli xa silapha kule yure yethu siqola siqongqotha oko kucacisa nga okwekati emhlophe ehlungwini ukuba anabile amathunzi ngoko ke zitya zigoduka kule yure ke yokuqwela inkqubo yanamhlanje lindela la manqaku ukongezwa kwamanye amatyala ngakuthabo Bester ubungqina obutsha kwityala likaMeyiwa nokuzawuthiwa thatha phambi kwenkundla ephakamileyo ePitoli kanti ke uphando uthi kwanele makubekwe phantsi izikhali kwimbambano yapha eMiddle East lindela ke amanqaku namanye ndimlo ke ukholosa kalubisi umadlongothi mazipho mamshukuma seyishukumisa nenzwakazi yapha kwamatyeba umamtshali use right wethu
nisase right mamshukuma
yebo shukuma nawe matyeba
mbukeli isitika ihora lethu lesithathu ke manje kanti ihora lokugcina nci sikwethulela ke ingqayizivele yohlelo ekhaya jikelele sisakaza station esibizwa ngokuthi liHigh nayo njalo yazombukela uma ngabe uyihumushele sizulwini isasho khona ekhaya ihambisana ke kahle nohlelo ekhaya jikelele ayi mbukele ama relationships ayahlupha nkosi yami amsho sonke singavumelani uyazi omunye ubebhale ukuthi umtshele kahle umuntu wakhe ukuthi lalela don't text back uma ingane sefikile hayi usisitazo saphendula uthi ufike nini hayi legenda mbukela igama lami ngunoxolo mamtshalo kaMwali kanti ke ake sibheke indaba ehamba phambili leli hora Inkantolo enkulu yasePulukwane Limpopo ewahoxisile wonke amacala abekwe abalisa abahlanu abasolwa ngokubulala abaholi ababili beNC kumasipala waseMokgalakwena eMokopane.
Iqela loMzantsi Afrika lamadoda leqakamba liza kudibana neAustralia kumdlalo walo wesibini wendebe yehlabathi yeqakamba ye-ICC eNdiya namhlanje.
Sawubona mbukelo omuhle noma ngabe kunezindlu zodaka kusekhaya lapho lalela ekhaya jikelele ikhaya lemfudumalo siyakwemukela ngeyifudumela izandla bize ex yakho induna umthakathi ongakini ikhansela nenkosi ungababiza besondele bengaphuthelwa umsomluko kuya kulesihlanu ubatshele bezobukela indaba eyinohlonze zithulwa abasakazi abanohlonze ezemidlalo ezokungcebeleka nesimo sezulu asambeke.
Inkundla ephakamileyo yasePulukwane eLimpopo irhoxise amatyala wonke wabo bahlanu batyholwa ngokubulala ngongenalusini iinkokheli ezimbini zeqela le-ANC kumasipala waseMokgalakwena eMokopane. Ijaji uGeorge Phathudi uthi unobangela worhoxisa lamatyala kungenxa yokuba umbuso ubungekakulingeli ukuchophela elityala.
Abashushisi ecaleni lokubulawa kaSenzomeyiwa bathi bami ngomumo njengoba bezothula izitatimende ezahlukahlukene zabanye abasolwa kuleli cala. Ukhonje kwendawo yesigameko sobugebengu kwenzeka ngenkathi abasolwa bethathwa beyiswa endaweni yesigameko ukuze bacacise ngokwenzeka ngalobu yabusuku kanti ke mayelana nommangalelo wesithathu kanye nowesihlanu umbuso uthi unezitatimende esexwayiso kanti ke abameli bayiphosela inselele izitatimende zokuvuma ezokudalula okwenzeka endaweni yesigameko kanye nezexwayiso.
State is now at a point where we want to present the various statements made by the accused persons. The state is in possession of a confession as well as the pointings out made by accused number 1. The state is also in possession of two confessions made by accused number 2. The state also intends to lead evidence on the warning statements of all the accused. As far as the confessions are concerned, I've been informed by Mr. Ramusipele that the admissibility thereof is being challenged on various grounds, which they will in due course advance. And that applies to the pointings out as well. As far as the warning statements are concerned, the position is not yet clear. I'm yet to be informed by my learned friends what their position is regarding the warning statements. But be that as it may, the state will request that one trial within a trial be held regarding the admissibility of all these documents as the evidence is interlinked.
Amarhanelwa abasithoba bajongene namatyala okuncedisa uThabo Bester abaleke entolongweni bajongene namatyala ngoku angaphaya kwama-34 oku kuzemva kwamatyala amatsha athe ongezwa. Ukanti ngoku ugqirha uNandipha Magudumana utshotshentla njengomrhanelwa wokuqala.
Ummeli kaNatasha Jansen ogcine ekhululwe enkantolo yemantshi eBloemfontein uthi bafuna ukumangalela umbuso. uJansen, uThabang Meer kanye noMoiketsi Ramolula bakhululiwe namhlanje kulandela ukuthi umbuso uhoxise amacala akade bethweswe wona. Laba bobathathu ababeyizisebenzi ze-G4S bathi umbuso udlale ngesikhathi sabo.
We will be taking instructions from Natasha, Miss Natasha, and possibly we might just consider the civil action in this matter.
Udokotela uMagudumana akavelanga enkantolo kanye nabanye abasolwa. Ummeli wakhe uthubikile izolo ukuthi akaphilile kodwa waphoqwa ukuba aye enkantolo yaseBloemfontein. Kubikwe nokuthi uMagudumana uqulekile eStoksini eScape Park Road.
Not just taken to court by force. I've not yet received instructions as to, the amount of force that was exerted and the conditions that prevailed as she was moved from the correctional center to court. I'm yet to receive instructions.
uBester useqinise ithimba labameli bakhe ngo-advocate Zandile Mshololo beno-advocate uDali Mpofu.
Ihhovisi likaMcwaningi Mabhuku Jikelele selixwayise ngokuthi kungase kube nemphumela engemihle ngenxa yokwehluleka kwamanye amabhizinisi kahulumeni ukuhambisa imbiko yemali ePhalamende ukuze icutshungulwe. Ngokomthetho bekumele ngabe imbiko yemali sisephalamende phakathi nezinyanga eziyisithupha ngemva kokuthi kuphele unyaka wemali. Kulamabhizinisi kahulumeni imbukeli kubalwa kuwona iSouth African Airways, iSouth African Express, iDenel, iAlex Co kanye neEskom. Ihhovisi likaMcwaningi Mabhuku lithi ke ukwehluleka ukuhambisa lembiko akwenzi izinto ukuthi ihambe kahle.
If for 3-4 years no financial statements have been submitted, who knows what's going on there? Anything can happen. You might get to a point where somebody says, no, this particular entity owes me billions. You're not going to say yeah or nay because you don't know. You didn't have any record. You don't have any point of reference. It makes it difficult for everybody in the system.
Inhlangano esakazela umphakathi iSABC ithi yize inzuzo yayo isithe ukusimama kuleminyaka yesikhombisa eyedlule kodwa ilahlekelwe imali eningi unyakeni wemali odlule.
Yize sekwenziwe imizamo yokwenza isimo sezemali sibe ngcono lokho akubonakali embikweni wezemali womsakazeli womphakathi.
The Auditor General of South Africa yesterday reported here in this committee that the SABC has experienced a 1 billion rand loss in its finances.
Ungakhokhelwa kwamalayisense ethelevishini kuyaqhubeka nokukhathaza njengoba izinga labantu ababalekela ukwakhokhela lingaphezulu kwamaphesenti angama-80.
SABC does not only invest in buying and acquiring and commissioning content, it also invests in terms of infrastructure in ensuring that the TV that each and every person watches has a signal, and that signal comes at a cost in itself. So the issue of the license fee, whilst it's a nominal fee, it goes over and beyond what people may think the SABC is currently able to do.
Amalungu ePhalamende atshelwe ukuthi ngesikhathi kusalindwe umthethosivivinyo mayelana nokuxhasa iSABC kudingeka amasu okuguqula isimo sezemali somsakazeli womphakathi.
Siyaqhubeka nokushuba isimo eGaza emva kokuthi ke phela namhlanje kuusuku lwesithupha kuqubuke impi phakathi kwezwe lakwaIsrael kanye nePalestina. Inhlangano zomphakathi kuleli zibambe impikisho emadolobheni amakhulu wokuzwelana nezakhamuzi zasePalestina.
Kube ulunye futhi usuku olugcwele ukwesaba njengoba iqhubeka impi phakathi kwezwe laka-Israel kanye nePalestina. Bekuzwakala iziqhumaneke njengoba udlame lushuba kakhulu kunakuqala, abantu bebaleka emakhaya abo beyofuna izindawo zokukhosela.
Actually, we feel here that Israel is gradually trying to bomb telecommunications companies and disrupt telecommunication services in Gaza so that a genocide and bombing and wiping out of entire neighborhoods.
Kusenjalo kubanjwe imibhikisho eyahlukene yokuzwelana nezakhamuzi zasePalestina emadolobheni amakhulu akuleli okubalwa kuwo iKapa, iGoli kanye naseThekwini. Lezi zakhamuzi zinxusa uhulumeni wakuleli ukuthi angenelele.
It is an apartheid regime. The apartheid regime of Israel has made its intention clear where there's a blockade of Gaza, there's a blockade of the West Bank, and they're bombing the people, and hundreds have died, close to 1,000, including hundreds of children.
We need to use the multilateral organizations, we need to use the UN, we need to have the Special Committee Against Apartheid in the way it existed during our struggle against apartheid in this country. We need a protection force. The South African government must stop those South African citizens from joining the Israeli occupation forces.
Le mibhikisho kuhlelwe ukuthi ibanjwe njalo ngoLwesithathu kuze kube luyaphela udlame phakathi kwalamazwe womabili.
Ake mbukele njengamanje sekuyisikhathi sokuthi sisiqunga seyitolo kodwa mbukele ungalinga unyakaze ngoba ngabe sibuya siphethe usisi othi ushaya massage soke sibone ukuthi yenza kanjani ke into yakhe kanti njengamanje ke sekuyisikhathi sokuthi sibheke isimo sezulu. Ngiyabona nje impela abashilo izangoma zezulu lapha ya ebusuku endabeni zasebusuku ukuthi ngathi kusabalale imvula eziningi mangabe siza la emsebenzini uzula umoya uthi ngathi khona okuzayo
and nithe xa ndiphuma phana nathi makeze udlamini wamathi cha kamfu because ngibona ingathi kunene enqele khabula ungafinci mbukeli.
sikwamukele mbukeli lapha ekhaya Jikelele. Sibonga kakhulu ngokuthi ke usahlanganyele kanye nathi. Ngaphambi ukuthi sekhefini ke mbukeli benguthembisile ukuthi namhlanje siphethe into ezikhala kamnandi la e-studio. Khona abantu ke abazosixoxela ngeindaba zama-massage. Namhlanje ke sinophumzile wakwaMahlangu yena ke on a spa esibizwa ngokuthi ke i-Pure Bliss. Phela mbukeli kubalekile ukuthi iningi labantu mangabe ke libhekana nokhwantalala noma lizizwa umzimba utubekile ngenxa yokusebenza ngokuyikhandla. Iningi ke liyaliqoke ukuyobhucunga umzimba kulezo indawo ke ezubhucungayo. Lokho ke kuyalwehlisa ukhwantalala kanye nokunye nje ukutubeka nezidubulo ezisuke zikhona. Njengoba sengishilo ke mbukeli ukuthi namhlanje sinomnikazi wendawo uphumzile Mahlangu. Ispa sakhe sibizwa ngokuthi i-Pure Bliss. Phumzile sikubingelela sikwamukele la ekhaya Jikelele.
Akwande sesini lotshethe nabalaleli emakhaya.
Sibonge kakhulu ngokuthi ube nathi hayi ngisiqiniseko sokuthi nabalaleli nababukeli emakhaya nabo bathokoza ukuthi bakubone khona namhlanje. Ake siqale ngespa. Like umqondo wokuvula ispa mhlawumbe uqhamuke kanjani ku?
Umqondo wokuvula ispa uze ngoba ngiwumuntu ohealing. Like ngiyapholisa izandla zami ziyapholisa. Manje ke ngathi ngifunda kwesikolweni ngacabanga ukuthi mara ekhaya bathi no yenze accounting yenze auditing ngayenza mara ngeqadi ngazenzela mina beauty therapist isomatology ngayenza ke and then ngabereka ngabona ukuthi ayingiberekeli ngale ngaku accounting kuhle kuhle ngithanda abantu ngithanda ukupholisa abantu net nangikubamba kuyaphola so then I decided ukuthi hayi bazabe bathi ngiyokuthwasa akusingcono ngingene ngapha ngimassage abantu umqondo uze njalo ke nokuthi nje create job opportunities for abantu ngoba ngiberegile ebanka isikhathi eside mara nga decide ukuthi no I need to ukuthi ngicontribute ku economy South Africa
ngokuthi uvulela amathuba abantu imisebenzi manje ngixela at least ke wawusebenza ebank so ngiyacabanga ukuthi wenze njani waqongelela ama cent esikhathi usebenza lapho kubeka ukuthi uzokwazi ukuvula ispa ngoba nginesiqiniseko sokuthi phela ukholula ukuvula ibusiness 1 2 mhlawumbe iziphi ingqinamba owathulana nazo mangabe ufuna ukuqala leli business lokuvula ispa.
Okay, so ngacokelela ke imali ngabereka iminyaka eminingi and ngacokelela imali ngaboleka imali ngoba kungasilula ukuthoma ibusiness ngama savings awodwa then ngathoma ke ngayivula ekuyivuleni kwami asange kube nenkinga ekulu inkinga ibe when running the business because ispa sethu sacha it went down during COVID and then it was a big setback. And then sathoma phasi hence sabona ukuthi asi incorporate mobile spa.
Yes.
Mobile spa so that we can go to people, we can bring healing to people.
So manje mangabe usuvula mobile spa ke manje sengiyabona ukuthi ke indleko seziyashintsha manje. Awusakhokha irent mhlawumbe as before kodwa manje sekuno petrol. Sekufuneka ufake upetrol emotweni uhambe and ngiyacabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe lokho kuyakulimita in terms of inhlobonhlobo zama massage okwazi ukuyinika or mhlawumbe uyakwazi even though kuhamba nendlwana kodwa usakwazi ukuthi wenze yonke inhlobo yama massage.
So mahamba nedlwana siyakwazi ukuhamba nemibhede siyakwazi ukuhamba nezinto ze-facial yonke into ibusiness isa continue ngoba sinemoto enkulu ekwazi ukufaka zonke lezi zinto lezi so masiza endlini sikulethela isipanje ne-environment no-music yonke into nje kuba ispa
ufana nje nokuthi ngisalapha ya ebuilding leni lapha elidala njengoba ukhuluma ke ngixolisa ukuphula umlomo njengoba usakhuluma ngeinhlobonhlobo ke zama massage ukuthi niziletha yiziphi vele inhlobonhlobo zama massage umuntu angayilindela nje mangithi namhlanje yazi ukuthi nge-pure bliss ngizofike ngifice mapha ama options to choose from.
Okay, so senza i-body hot stone massage bese senza i-Swedish massage then senze i-deep cleanse massage senze massage enyawo and then senze i-massage ebaluleke khulu i-head and neck and shoulder because isibamba i-stress ngehloko yethu nange uzokuthola ukuthi bathi amahlombe akho abuhlungu ngidiniwe you just need i-massage ukuthi si-release the stress and then bese ke ube right.
So would you say ukuthi ukuthola i-massage every now and then mhlawumbe kuyasiza in terms of depression i-stress njalo njalo mhlawumbe abantu who are going through stuff let us some sort of relief?
Khulu kwamambala iyasiza ku anxiety uthola ukuthi uba nama panic attacks uthola ukuthi you've got ama muscles wakho na umuntu ojimako kuyadinga ukuthi uye ku massage na umuntu sports and then now une stress nje kuyafuneka ukuthi uze because and then we release the toxins emzimbeni and then usela amanzi because our lifestyle these days sihlala sihlezi phasi.
Yes.
And now uphume officeini ungena ekoloyini ufike ekhaya uhlala phasi. So if you don't exercise you need at least to have a massage once a month because now izokwenza ukuthi i-blood circulation, even your blood pressure, ukwazi ukuthi ibe normal.
Ngiyacabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe khona nabanye abantu mhlawumbe abanokuthi umuntu athi yazi ngihlushwa ama-migraines, for example kuwa ama-tension headaches. So ngiyacabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe ukuthola i-massage uma uyibekela nje ukuthi njalo ngenyanga once ngiyahamba uhlobo lama-massage enwenzayo liyakwazi ukuthi lisize lapho, ngoba vele bengithi ngizobuza ukuthi uma ngabe umuntu efika-ke i-client mhlawumbe niqale nenze ucwaningo, niqale nimhlole kuqala before mhlawumbe nirecommend ukuthi yiphi i-massage engahambisana nesimo sakhe.
Yebo. So into esiyenzayo sineform siyakubuza ukuthi ukuphi ukugula, if mhlambe une high blood, if you are pregnant, and then then siyazi ukuthi okay, if you are pregnant we won't be able to do ama pressure points because that might cause
induction ye labor.
So siyakubuza imibuzo and then sibheke lapho ukuthi okay makane high blood, where must we concentrate, makane stress kufanele ukuthi si concentrate kuphi.
So ke awungixoxela ke ngisangi interested and curious, I'm asking for a friend. So manje mangabe mhlawumbe umuntu pregnant for example ngiyeza ukuthi ena engakwazi ukuyenza ile ama pressure points. So imaphi ke mhlawumbe umuntu oma ngathi u pregnant umuntu athi hey nami ngiyafuna ukuya spa, imaphi ama massage anama options ukuthi a choose from ngaphandle kwale oyishoyo ukuthi isebenzisa ama pressure points.
Yeah, so now pregnant uyakhona ukulala embedeni, but then there's a way olala ngayo. So sikulalisa ngeside and then bese siyakumassage ke siya nawe kahle and then sikuphendule futhi engayi recommenda i Swedish massage because they'll ask you ukuthi do you want hard, soft or medium? So when njengomuntu okhulelwe fanele uthi nje medium or soft, ungayenzi hard ngoba i-hard uzo-induce labor vele.
Kusho ukuthi nje hayi ke uma ngabe nje u-breakis funeka ushone lapha ufike mhlawumbe ucela i-facial, niyawenza nama-facial ngithi?
Siyawenza nama-facial, ucela i-facial peel, ukwazi ukuglowa ube muhle ke phela.
Ebese ke uza ngayo le kade uyisho kanjalo ke neyenyawo futhi yasiza ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi hey abantu abakulesa simo uma bengixoxela mangibalalela uma bekhuluma bayasho ukuthi hey inyawo zibabhlungu ziyadumba ivuvuke. So kusho ukuthi ne-massage yenyawo futhi ingasiza lapho.
I-massage yenyawo, i-foot soak ingakusiza, kusifake-ke amatiye wethu esiwafakayo just ukuthi ukwazi ukurelaxa.
Manje abantu abafisa ukungena kulo mkhakha ke sisiphumzile mhlambe abathanda ukuzongena ukuthi ishi yazi nami ngiyathanda ukuthi ngivule ibhizinisi elikanje noma ngami ngiyathanda ukuthi ngisebenze spa ngenze lo msebenzi, imaphi amakhono kufanele ukuthi babe nawo?
Kufanele bahambe bayoyenza kunama colleges like iTshwane College, kunama college a private ayenzayo i-massage therapy, and then kunama course you can do a 1 year, you can do a 3-year course, and then if ufuna nokwenza business then you will have to register register South Africa company yakho ube compliant ngawo wonke ama-document o-SARS, o-BE, and then you can start running your business.
Hayi ke mina ngikuzwile ke ngesikhathi sisaqala lengxoxo lo ungitshela ukuthi wena izandla zakho ziyelapha, izandla zakho zithi ziyihila ziyapholisa. Njengoba usukhuluma nje ke massage yenyawo, sithe masikhuluma kula massage wachaza ngavele ngahala ukuthi ngathi ngavele ngitholele inyawo ke mina yazi. So ke ngicabanga ukuthi manje ke ngizoye ngidedele ukuthi ke ukukhombisa umbukeli ukuthi ke enziwa kanjani lama massage. Njengamanje ke mbukeli seyisikhathi ukuthi sisiphumzile ke ashaya into edume ngasisiphumzile ngaphambi ukuthi siqede ingxoxo yethu. Ngiyazi ukuthi nje ubusho ukuthi yena kuvula amathuba emisebenzi mhlawumbe bangaka abantu abasebenzela espa sakho?
Okay, aba-permanent bawu-5 and then kuya ngenamba because sisesivule kakhulu lento ye-mobile spa siyenza nakuma-boat cruise. So si-include ku-leisure ukuthi abantu mabayijabulele bakwazi ukuhlala bahlale phansi bamassage bazijayivele. So ke masiya kuma-boat cruise we hire a lot of people like 10-15 people.
Yes. Manje nihambela ziphi indawo nigcina kuphi or nje hayi nisabalele?
Hayi sisabalele eMpumalanga, Gauteng, Northwest nje konke.
Hayi cha ukuthi ke nitholakala kanjani soxoxa mase sengizuba umnandi benyawo. Okwamanje ke ake sihlale lapha ke usezoza ke usisi azongiboza ngethawula ngilungiselele ukuthi ngibe right. Sho kufanele ngikhumule icathulo.
So ke yeah ngihamba noLili la uLili.
Hello sis Lili.
Uzomenza i-foot massage ke. Sizoba very careful masenza usisi i-massage ukuthi singayenza ama pressure point.
Wajumpisa manje ama-pressure points kwabuzela umngane.
And then Lili uzofocusa ngoba inyawo zakhe zidumbile. Okay, zigcwele singathi zidumbile.
Yeah.
Zigcwele.
Zinonophele
inyawo zakhe. So ke uzofocusa la enyaweni.
Oh, isikhoshi sami singagcotshiwe.
Uzofocusa la enyaweni and then uzoyehla kancane.
So noma ngifike esipasa kuLili uzobe ehlezi kanje phansi.
uLili uzobe ehlezi kanje kodwa ke sinezipontshi abahlala phezulu kwazo babe comfortable. So ke lama pressure points ebengikhuluma ngawo angaphansi kwenyawo. Angaphansi kwenyawo lawo ongafanelanga ukuthi uwacindezele kwamanye ama situation. But ke futhi lapha ngaphansi kwenyawo enye into ukuthi ngichoose yona ilo ukugula konke. Umzimba wonke ulapha ngaphansi kwenyawo. If uhlushwa ama sinus ukhona la sikwazi ukukutofoza khona.
Khona uthi ube ngcono.
Ukuthi ube ngcono.
Bengenze ngicabange kunyewo nekhala.
Mangabe and then bese mangaba unama migraines. Nakhona khona la sitofoza khona lapha ngaphansi.
Oh, hayi cha mina kufanele ngize kulesi spa ngathi kuningi nje ngidinga uzoke la sho.
Asiyalapha. Ngihlala ngitshela abantu nje ukuthi into ye massage akusinto yokufaka ama gown nihambe nishuthi ithombe nje into yobunano. It's very healing. Ivuselela nomoya. If umuntu ohlushwa i-depression siyakwazi khona lapha ngaphansi kwenyawo ukuthi sikutofoze ukuthi ukwazi ukurelease some emotions emzimbeni wakho.
Yeah. Manje ke sisiphumzile umuntu oseyahala nje useyabuka lapha ekhaya ukuthi hayi usisilili wenza kamnandi lapha nami ngiyafuna ukuza kulesi spa utholakala kanjani nanokuthi kufinyelela kanjani kini?
Alright. Ngiyatholakala ke kuma social media nguphumi_bliss and then kuno Pure Bliss Day Spa ku Instagram, Pure Bliss Day Spa ku Facebook and Pure Bliss Day Spa ku Twitter and Pure Bliss Day Spa ku TikTok.
Hayi cha ukholwasa nje obehlezi lena nje uyahala. Akabona ukuthi hayi mina kuphela ke namhlanje ngiphila impilo soft nayo uhleze eyibiza la. Namhlanje ithuba lami cha siyabonga kakhulu ke Phumzile ukuthi uzozivakashela sikufisela inhlanhla ku Pure Day Spa yakho nabantu nje cha ingathi bangaxhumana ke nawe nako social media ukuze bekwazi ukuzozwa lobumnandi ngokuzwa njengamanje. Mbukeli ake ningidedile nge ngithi nje ukuthi ukulalela le massage ake sithi qhu ezitolo sobuye emva komzuzu.
Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi nisasibukele apha ekhaya Jikelele. Mbukeli ngaphambi kokuba singene kwisiqendu sesemidlalo hayi anikwazi ukutsho mbukeli yazi inhliziyo yami jealous indenzani emva kokuba ndibone le massage ngithe nje man confess ndikhulule umoya wami sikwazi ukuqhubha kakuhle xa sihlabela mgama ke mbukeli umqeqeshi weqela lamanina lamabhokobhoko uLuikun akawuvali umlomo yimincili yeqela lakhe elizoba inxalenye yentumente yokuqala ezimbalini yebhola yombhoxo nekulindeleke ukuba iqale ngenjiqukuqa yangomso. uMzantsi Afrika ke uza kwamkela amaqela amathandathu eKapa naseStellenbosch xa ke abeza kudlala imidlalo kwimpela veke ezintathu ezizayo. Amanina ke wamabhokobhoko aza kusungula iphulo labo ngakwiqela laseScotland kwidolophu yaseStellenbosch ngolwesihlanu.
Again, just hugely excited about the opportunity to be part of this wonderful tournament and wonderful initiative. So the girls, I think the main thing now is for the girls to freshen up and recharge the batteries. We'll take the foot off the pedal next week in terms of physical preparation, and now it's all about being mentally ready and doing our analysis work on Scotland, and then Friday, taking part in this first inaugural WXV tournament at home.
Iqembu laseNingizimu Afrika lekhilikithi labesilisa lizobhekana neyimbangizalo iAustralia emlenzweni wesibili wendebe yomhlaba yekhilikithi ye-ICC e-India kusasa. Lona ke mbukeli ngumdlalo obalulekile kuwona omabili phela lamazwe ngezizathu ezahlukahlukene. Ama-Proteas afuna ukunqoba ihlandla lesibili emidlalweni elandelanayo ukuze phela andise amathuba wayo wokungena emzuliswaneni nomkhumula jezi walomqhudelwano. Ngakho lunye uhlangothi ama-Aussies wona angeke avume ukuthi ehlulwe ihlandla lesibili ngemva kokudlulela kwe-India emidlalweni wawo wokuvula lomqhudelwano.
INingizimu Afrika izoba nokusithemba emidlalweni wayo wesibili wendebe yomhlaba emva kokuqala kahle lomqhudelwano. INingizimu Afrika ingena kulomdlalo kubhekwe yona ukuthi inqobe emva kokubhetha kahle emidlalweni wayo wokuqala.
It's certainly not about me but about You know, as you mentioned there, the grit and determination that the guys showed. You know, something that we often reflect upon is, you know, what are the conditions? What are our best options according to the conditions? And I think that was pretty much a perfect day, breaking records, opportunities to score 300s, doesn't come around every day.
iProteas iyabaza umgozi beqembu lase-Australia.
They're going to come out firing. Knowing their personality, it doesn't take them away from their style of play. They're going to come harder. So what is our response to that? Our response to that is really trying to stay in our bubble of process. And I know I'm sounding like a stuck record here, but that's certainly been our language. It's not necessarily fighting fire with fire. What is the identity of the South African team?
Elakuleli lizothembela kubadlali abafana noKagiso Rabada, uLungingiti kanye noGerald Coetzee ukuthi benze umehluko kulomdlalo.
Siphinde-ke sikwamukele mbukeli lapha ekhaya Jikelele. Siyabonga kakhulu ngokuthi-ke uhlanganyele kanye nathi. Hayi, uhlelo lwethu namhlanje impela lumnandi kakhulu. Yazi phela ukhuluma kanje, uthatha kanjena kumuntu osethola imassage.
Hey, umona bendinawo. Umona.
Ngikubonile.
Hawu umona ngibane ndithi ndincede uba ndiconfesse. Yazi xa kunento ekyayo uqonda uba awuthandi umona ukhona. Ngcono nje uhlambuluke uthethe uthi hayi. Ndiyakubongela kodwa mna engaphakathi kwami. Kuze funeka andifuneka ehlele ndihlambulukile so xa ndingathethi nandizanditya undibone kancinci bantu ukujonga uthi kanti imassage saqathanisa imassage
kodwa ke cha between me and you yimi bengidinga kakhulu
ewe nami ndiye ndarealize lonto ndathi xa ndizixolisa kodwa ke eneneni since nyani ke shame inyawo zakho bezithe fu ungoyena ubuyidinga ndazixolisa ndaxolisa umoya wami sendiright ngoku ndiyakuvuyela andisenakhwinini
no kumele senze idate sihambe sobabili siye lapha ePure Bliss sifike sihlale nje khona usuku lonke sithola ama massage
kube uziva njani ke ngoku
hayi lalela ngingagijima imarathon
hayi wena nyani hayi mani masibabulelele mani Pure Bliss ngenene kuhle kakhulu into obana kube khona izinto zenzayo ukuthothomalisa ingqondo nomzimba ube right ube fresh because ndiyakubona nyani ngoku u right no but ke into ethi ke we have it.
Yes, we have a date. Njengamanje ke mbukeli ake siphosa amehlo kodwa ke sibone ukuthi kume kanjani lapha kwisimo sezulu ngoba sibonile ngathi kunezimvula ezithe ukusabalala endaweni eziningi la eNingizimu Afrika. siphinde sikwamukele mbukeli wekhaya Jikelele. Sibonga kakhulu ukuthi ke uhlanganyele kanye nathi. Usemanzini umndeni waseThabanshu eFree State wentombazanyana eneminyaka emine etholwe isithule endlini yangasese ngemva kokuduka. Sithanda ke ukwexwayisa ababukeli abanenhliziyo esheshe zizule mbukeli ngalombiko olandelayo.
Usemanzini umndeni kaAmohelang Finger lo mndeni awuzange ubuthi iqhubutho ngemva kokuthi ingane enyamalalile njengoba umphakathi ube usuyithu ngathi ubusuku bonke nje isidumbu sayo sigcine sitholwe ebhaketeni. Umphakathi ushaqekile kulandela lesi sigameko.
My daughter was a bubbly spirit. My daughter was a fun baby. My daughter unanale a free spirit. My daughter loved people. My daughter loved playing. My daughter loved everything involved around play.
Lesi isimo esinzima emndenini kanti ngokunjalo nakulabo abakhelene nawo lo mndeni.
It was very bad. The child was just sleeping there on that bucket. They threw her on that bucket. She was just laying there with the food outside. The mother just picked her baby out of the bucket and put the baby down on the floor.
Kuzolindwa ukuthi kuhlolwe isidumbu uqala ngaphambi kokuba kucacise ukuthi hlobo luni lo phenya amaphoyisa azolenza.
We are pleading for them not to take the law into their hands because that on its own is a criminal offense. So we are asking them to give us space so we can investigate the matter.
Mbangela yokudlula kwalengane emhlabeni ayikaziwo kwamanje kodwa kusolakala ukuthi idliswe ushevu.
I-Action SA imemezele uKhosikwena Mangope njengozogaqela isikhundla sokuba undunankulu wase-North West njengoba kubhekwe okhethweni likazwelonke ngo-2024. uMangope njengamanje ungusihlalo weqembu esifundazweni kanti ke mbukeli phela uzokhumbula ukuthi uphinde abe yindodana yomholo ongasekho waseBophuthatswana uLucas Mangope.
Emva kwengqungquthela ye-Action SA yenqobomgomo yeqembu amehlo wasethenjo okhethweni likazwelonke lwangonyaka ozayo. Namhlanje leli qembu limemezele ngokusemthethweni ozogaqela isikhundla sokuba ngundunankulu wase-North West.
It gives me immense pleasure to announce the first of Action SA premier candidates out of the 9 for the upcoming elections. I present you in particular, people of the North West, one and only Khosikwena Mangope.
uMangope uthi okuseqhulwini njengamanje ukubuyisela isifundazwe sase-North West esimweni esejwayelekile.
I and many Action SA members like Nehemiah have witnessed the systematic destruction and mismanagement of the Northwest province in particular and South Africa in general.
uMangope oyindodana yomholi weBantustan wangaphambilini uphinde abe umholi wendabuko kanti useke wasebenza nasembuthweni wezokuvikela kuleli kepha ke uyafika kwezombusazwe.
I grew up in a political home for many years. I'm a Khosi as I am. And I want to tell you, Bukhosi is politics. Maybe at a confined area. Now I'm expanding.
I-Action SA izongenela ukhetho likazwelonke okokuqala ngqa ngonyaka ozayo.
Or is there another question? Sorry.
Kwisitendo sethu sanamhlanje sophononongo lencwadi sizawuthetha noAbongile Nqoleka ongumbhali nokwangumfundi kwiYunivesithi yaseFort Hare. Nombali ke unencwadi ethi Nakhale ekhuthazwe kakhulu sisehlo esimasikizi nalapho ke uAbongile waye waphulukana nosisi wakhe. Le ncwadi ke iqulathe imibeliqele equka ubundlobongelo busekezelwe kwisini, ukukhulelwa kwabantwana baselula, iHIV and AIDS njalo. Ukuva ke ngakumbi ngale ncwadi sinayo Abongile apho estudio. Abongile masikubulise sikwamkele enkqubeni yethu ekhaya Jikelele. Unjani namhlanje?
Molweni sisi, ndiyaphila enkosi, sekunjani sisi?
Siyaphila enkosi. Uye wathatha usiba nephepha waphefumla wabhala incwadi ethi Nakhane. Ungathi mhlambe yintoni eyayichukumisa ba ubhale lencwadi?
Le ncwadi lena sisi ndiyibhale 2021. Beku after 5 years usisi wami eswelekile because usweleke 2016. Waye wangumuntu odlwengulwayo, then after edlwenguliwe wakhanya wasweleka, but lonto into ebingenzeki kuye yedwa into ebiyenzeka nakwabanye abantu apha eSouth Africa jikelele. So as a way uba ndandifuna uxola nami enhliziyweni, as a way of finding healing, ngoba lento ndandiyibona iyandilimaza ngaphakathi, ndaqoma manje ngihlale phansi ndityikitye le ncwadi lena, kuba njengoba xa uyitsho ke include nazo zonke societal issues ezibusozixelile xebe zonke apha phakathi kuyo. So yiyo eyona nto yandichukumisa ukusweleka kwasisi wami ngalandlela asweleka ngayo sisi.
Ibhlungu kakhulu anga umoya wakhe ungalala ukuthula. Nawe mhlambe njengokusisho into bana indlela wawuziva ngayo uqonda bangeke esisimo singapha kwamandla wakho, wathi noko mhlambe baningabhala incwadi mhlambe kungathi aphole, nangona kungazi uphola kuphelele, kodwa kube khona nje into okubana usithule umthwalo. Phakathi kwemixholo othe wabhala ngayo, njengoko nditshilo ngaphambili into bana ubhale ngesifo sikagawulayo, ngokuxhatshazwa kwamanina. Ungathi mhlambe kule ncwadi yakho njengoko ubhalile uaddresse njani kungeyongxaki leyo mhlambe ehlele phele kusisi wakho, kodwa siyabona into okubana uninzi lwamanina eMzantsi Afrika afela phakathi kwalongqoba kaxaka. Uyiaddressa njani lonto apha encwadini yakho?
Lonto apha encwadini sisindaqonda ba andizufika kube yinto endiyibalisayo ndithi kwenzeka lento nje kuphela, kodwa nje ndaqomba ndizawuthi xa ndiyibeka njengebali ndisose nditsho ne-impact ebanayo, because iyakwazi uba yenzeke emntwini olapha kwifamily but ayizuchaphazela yena yedwa, ayizuba nguye yedwa ixhoba, kuba babakhona nabantwana abashiyekayo bengamaxhoba, mhlawumbi bengenamama, bengenamzali, bengenatata, bengenabhuti, bengenabani ngenxa yesisehlo esisehlayo. Ndiyazama nokufundisa ubugwenxa bayo, ndiyazama uba ndibacacisele nabantu uba ayilunganga loo nto, kuba kunanamhlanje nje kunabantu kunamakhaya avaliwe ngenxa yezi zimeko ezinje. So ukuzama kwami bendizama ukuyi-addressa by all means to make sure that everyone is fully equipped when it comes to knowledge, abantu bonke babanayo yonke information, ngenzela bazazi i-dangers zayo, babazi ubungozi bayo, bayazi uba ayilunganga kwanhlobo yona yonke le meko le.
Uthi xa uyivula le ncwadi yakho kwisihloko sokuqala uthi How I Met Your Father, kukhona nento endiye ndayiphawula apho usithi into okubana ukhumbula kakuhle into yokuqala wayitsho kwesi sihloko esithi hayibo mama wathi yintoni nakhane mntanam. Ungakhe nje unikeze umbukeli ku-chapter 1 xa uthi How I Met Your Father nakulaa mbuzo ubuza into okubana yintoni nakhane mntanam.
Chapter 1, the reason he had yakhona isithi How I Met Your Father, it was the introduction of the characters. Ubaba ngobani basukaphi. But the reason he said How I Met Your Father, it was because uFunakane had questions sekeqalisa ukuzibuza ba mama kanye mna ndingubani, ndizalwaphi, uphi na utata, njengoba sihlala apha ekhayeni sibabini, ngaba uphi na utata. Kulapho kumama kaNakhane apho aye aqalise amcacisele khona ba Nakhane njengoba silapha nje kungenxa katata wakho. Utata wakho lo befanele wena uthi tata omkhulu, utata wakho kulotata wena befanele uthi tata omkhulu kuye. Mna nawe asingomama nomntwana kuphela, awuyontombami kuphela, ngoko nje siyafana noba sizi-sisters, kuba utata wami lona wadlwengula mna ndabe sendibeleka wena, endakazake andidlwengule nje ndikubeleke, koko nje wathi wandisulela ngesifo esi sikagawulayo. Njengoba wena ukhula naloo ntsholongwane ke ngoku, kodwa wena khange uhambe uyifumana le phandle, uye wayifumana apha endlini, uyifumana kumuntu ebefamba ngutata omkhulu wakho. Lo muntu ke namhlanje lo ongutata wakho, mna nawe sishirisa utata. Kulapho ke isho khona ba How I Met Your Father ke ngoku. Ucacisela umntana wakhe ngutata wakhe, ngutata wabo bobabili. Because izinto ziqala endlini, zenzeka endlini, zenzeka endlini but ziyaqunywa out there, azifani nezithethe azaziyo. Ithi nobe yenze kweminye imizi kuthiwe hayi ubuzo ureporter loo nto sizoshiyeka apha endlini sondliwa ngubani, kuba uyabona ikatile leziko ngumalume mhlawumbe umuntu osebenzayo. So ayizuthethwa loo nto, iqunye nje ifamily kuthiwe hayi siyithetha nje ezisikhaya ayizuphumela le ngaphandle. So nalapho benzama ukuphuhlisa loo nto leyo ba ezinto ezi you don't have to go far ukuze uzi-experience zenzeka kwalapha phakathi apha eyadini.
Siyaqonda into yobana njengombhali after ubhalele kuba ndiyabona uba iplot it's getting interesting because naku chapter 5 khona apho ubalula khona into yokubana it's hard to see ivalue yento xa iphambi kwamehlo wakho, kodwa xa seyitshabalele kungona uyibona ukubaluleka kwayo. Incwadi le ye yafumana ke imbasa ezininzi, kwaye siyathanda into yobana nababukeli bethu bangathanda into yobana bayifunde bafumane more of incwadi. Ngaba mhlawumbe bakufumana phi, kwaye ke mhlawumbe nomntu othi uyayifuna incwadi ukufumana phi?
Incwadi lena incwadi lena ndiqale first ngiqale ndiyitsho ndi-self-published author. I'm not signed into any published company. I wrote it on my own and I published it on my own. So everything endiyenzayo, I did it on my own except for the editing processes and everything. I was assisted by a company called Published Africa. Then when it comes to distribution, I'm still on my own. So what I was doing was that a person who is interested in having the book, they get to call me, but bafuna i-copy and they are staying in a place so on. So then I'm gonna make sure that I courier the copy to them because I'm still trying to sort into the distribution in terms of getting it into major bookstores, nationally and internationally. So they can search me on my Facebook. It's Abongile Nakhane Ngoleka. I also decided to add this middle name Nakhane Lo just to make sure that I spread the book, the name of the book. So it's Abongile Nakhane Ngoleka. They can search me there on Facebook. I can also leave my second WhatsApp contact details. It's 07133033734. So to whoever is interested in having the book, they can have it. And I can assure you, it's not only about talking about these incidents that we have mentioned, but there's also life in this book. You can also learn a lot. There's also a lot that you can learn in this book. You can also find healing. I make sure that I put out a story. I make sure that I tell the story of an African child here. So that's what
Masibambe ngazibini abongile phansi ndathi Nakhane. Ngenene le ncwadi, it's a real life storytelling. Siyabulela kakhulu abongile Ngqoleka kwaye ke siyathemba into yokubana ababukeli beEkhaya Jikelele bazawuthi xa bethathe le ncwadi baphiliseka emoyeni wabo. Enkosi kakhulu.
Kuvuya mna ndabulela kakhulu ngoba uthi ube nami namhlanje apha kule platform. Bulela kwa i-platform lena sesiyabulela kakhulu.
Sibamba ngazibini. Lo ke mbukeli besithatha naye nguye kaloku abongile Ngqoleka njengoko kaloku besiphonononga incwadi yakhe ethi into bana Nakhane. Siqola ke siqonqotha ngolohlobo siEkhaya Jikelele. Sibamba ngazibini kuni apho ekhaya ngokuba nivuke nathi nisibukele. Singalibalanga kaloku igqiza leEkhaya Jikelele. Siyabuya kwakhona ngomso xa wamsele lapha
apha
utshilo wathi marathon uhambela phezulu.
Mbukeli sesigoqa lapho ke uhlelo lwethu besiniphathele lona namhlanje kodwa hayi njengoba seshilo kumakholi nakusasa futhi siyabuya ngesikhathi esifanayo 6 o'clock sizobe sikhona la eHigh kanjalo noku SABC Plus. Sibonga kakhulu ke ngesikhathi senu. Sibonga kakhulu ke naseyivakashini zethu ethe zazivakashela namhlanje. Nibe nosuku olumnandi. Nesale kahle.